Stunning. Kalimera, kalispera, kalinichta, no matter where in this wild, wacky, and sometimes wonderful world you might be. Thank you for making the Highbury Squad part of your day. It's real. The new season is here. It's prediction time, and he's back. Let's rock and roll, kids.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Evening, squaddies. Hope you're well. It is one day closer to the new season. For those listening on our audio platforms on Apple and Spotify, thank you again for also making us part of your day. And if you're listening on replay, many of you will be. Please make sure that you let Kyle Campbell hear it in the comments section. We didn't see much of him last season. I wonder why. But he's back this season. Super Kyle, welcome back to Squad Central, mate.
Bang! The return. Happy to be back. So happy to be back. I've missed this show. I've missed it.
We've missed you.
Yeah, no, I miss you guys. I miss everyone, really. It's good to be back. Feels fresh. I feel fresh. Feel ready. I'm hot, though. I'm very hot. It is scorching in the UK right now.
I hear that you guys are having an absolute heat wave. So yeah.
Hot.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating. You can probably see my head here. I'm sweating. I think it's more nerves, though. Yeah, it's more nervous, I think.
Hoping that Man City will be better this season. Is that why?
Oh yeah. I really am. I got some serious messages last season, especially after the FA Cup game. So
that was beautiful. Crystal Palace, Eze, who I was hoping was going to be our new signing, but it doesn't look like that, does it? So let's say hello to some of the squaddies in the house. They're all happy to have you back. Let me get this out the way. We got Dean saying hi, Kyle. Ryan's talking about the heat wave. Carol's here. Tammy Steels, our chief like officer, is here. Mohammed's here. I don't know why your names aren't coming up. It's maybe because I'm not operating this machinery properly. But basically, the whole fam's here. Ryan, Terrence, PW, Mark, all of you are here. Keep your comments coming. And thanks to everyone who's joined from Tom Canton's show as well. Was just on there on the Gooner Talk TV. Really good chat with Tom about football. And we're about to have the same here with Mr. Kyle Campbell. Before we do that, Kyle, what's happening with you this season? The squaddies have been asking me. So I figured you could let them know.
Yeah. So I'm still at Radcliffe in the National League North. Still
nice.
there. I signed my contract for obviously the second season. I'm currently out on loan right now, getting some minutes. I'm at a team called Droylsden. If you know them, some people do know them, some people don't know them. They're a big club, another big non-league club. So I'm there right now getting minutes and just enjoying my football, really. But obviously Radcliffe is my parent club, and I was with them for majority of pre-season. So yeah, it's all about just working hard, scoring goals, getting assists, and just going from there, really.
Brilliant. Well, we wish you the very best for the season. And right now, is Ty playing in the League Cup? Is he playing in the League Cup game?
Yeah, he's on the bench. He's getting rested. So yeah, he's on the bench. So I'll probably stick that on, and also the Super Cup as well.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything about the playoff game last season because the minute Ty and the fact that Wilder stopped attacking, that's when the game changed. I honestly thought that. I mean, it was.
I was there as well. I was there.
I know. I know. And they had no business winning that game. They were in total control of that game, Sheffield United.
I know.
The manager was to blame for that. Totally.
It's game management, really, isn't it? But
yeah. Totally. Okay, now listen to Tammy Steels, our Chief Like Officer, road to 20K. Please subscribe. This is it. We're going to make our predictions. No fancy pictures today, just some raw, non-league knuckle type conversation and predictions. Carl is here. We're going to go through them one by one, and you guys are going to get involved too. It's official. Tom Canton was trying to squeeze it out of me, and I'm like, there's no way I'm telling you before I'm telling my squaddies who I think is going to win the league and stuff. So, Kyle, let's start off with, why don't we start off with the cups. League Cup first.
League Cup. I think the League Cup winner. I'm gonna go for. You know what? I would say City because we haven't won it in ages. I don't think it will. I think we always fall at a hurdle in and around. Let's say quarterfinals, semi-finals. Probably get beat. I think. I can see. You know who I think will win it? I think Arsenal might win it.
Oh, picking Arsenal for the League Cup. I like it.
I think Arsenal win the League Cup.
All right. Arsenal. Carl says Arsenal. I'm going to go for another like Newcastle type team. I'm going to go for, I was going to go for Aston Villa, but I think Fulham are due. Fulham are due to pull off a Crystal Palace in the League Cup, Kyle. So I'm going to go Fulham to win the League Cup. It's an outside shot, but I like to gamble. So I'm going with the worst side in West London out of the two to win. Okay, let's do FA Cup.
FA Cup.
FA Cup, a little tougher to win.
Yeah.
Sorry,
what?
did I say that out loud?
Yeah. I wish we won it last season. I can't believe Haaland gave the ball to Amouche as well. I don't know what he's thinking there, honestly. I think if he takes that penalty, we win because I think he scores it.
Did he bottle it?
Well, he came out and said that it was the better situation. Well, Mamouche was in a better situation because he was new to the team. Something he felt positive in Mamouche, so he gave him the ball. But he is a designated penalty taker, Erling Haaland, which I don't really get. It's very brave of someone to give the ball to another player in the final and then them to miss. So I didn't quite agree with that. FA Cup winner. I'm going to pick
Chelsea.
You're going to pick Chelsea?
Yeah.
I think, you know what? I think because we lost it last season, I think we're going to win it this season. I'm going to say Man City.
All right, Man City. Terence says United FA Cup, Chelsea League Cup. Mohammed says Fulham or Palace for the League Cup. I feel Palace are going to have a bit of a down year. I think that Europa League thing's going to affect them. Do you agree, Kyle?
Oh yeah, I agree. I think, to be fair, they look strong on Sunday. They look really strong, but again, I think when it gets halfway through the season, when it gets towards the end and all that, or at the start, I do think they will tail off a bit. Like it always happens when a team has a good season and basically overachieves. Because I think Palace did overachieve in a way, didn't they? Like, did anyone really expect them to beat City in the FA Cup final?
No,
I didn't. So I do think it will take a toll, and I do think they will start to not
and if they
slow
lose
down a bit, go down.
If they lose Gay or Eze or Mateta, I mean they're in a little bit of trouble.
He's going Liverpool apparently, Gay. That's what I saw today. I don't know how true that is. Apparently he's going Liverpool, so which is interesting.
All right. Well, Kyle's picked his beloved Manchester City. And Paul agrees Palace will lose Gay and Eze. Then they have to reset. It's going to be really, really tough for them. Jean Rene says the teams in Europe for the first time will not do well in the domestic cups. PW is picking Manchester United to win the FA Cup. We don't like that. That's one thing me and Kyle and I can totally agree on. All right. Let's get to let's do a fun one. I mean, not fun for many, but the three teams. Who's going down?
Who's going down? So in 20th, I've got Burnley. They're just. I think everyone has got Burnley to go down. Like they haven't really brought well. Obviously, they lost James Trafford as well to City, which is a big miss because he's a good goalkeeper. So I think Burnley just haven't got enough. Personally, I don't think they've got that striker as well. They haven't got that threat up front who's going to get them the goals. Defensively, they're all right. Scott Parker obviously knows the Premier League to a certain extent, but does Scott Parker ever do well in the Premier League?
Oof. I like it when you get all harsh.
Yeah, I don't think he does. I don't think he does personally. So
It's a
I
struggle.
think, yeah, it's a struggle. Struggle. I think they'll come 20th and 19th. The team that beat Sheffield United in the playoff final, Sunderland.
Right back
Majority of the
down.
players will be going to AFCON. Obviously, that there's a lot of African players, African international players. So I think they're going to come 19th. I think they'll start to tail off around the February, March time when AFCON starts. And I don't think they'll have enough to get the players back and then rebuild their momentum. I think they'll start well, but I think they'll tail off. So I've got Sunderland in 19th. And then in 18th, I've got a fresh team to go down, actually. I don't think Leeds will go down. I think Leeds will stay up. I think
Dun, dun,
I think
dun.
Wolves will go down.
Ooh, I like that one.
I think
Mm-hmm.
Wolves will go down. It was between Wolves or Brentford, but I do like Brentford.
Brentford have lost a lot.
Yeah,
Losing
they've
Thomas
lost a
Frank
lot.
is huge.
Yeah, huge.
It's huge. And Bumo as well. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really tough.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Lone Star says 3 promoted will be the 3 relegated. Terence says Bournemouth sold both their first choice centre backs. They all struggle too. Logical Nonsense. Love the name. Wolves, Burnley, Sunderland.
Yeah, that's not me. Yeah.
Yeah. Paul says Brentford, Leeds, Burnley. Terence says Bournemouth 100%. Mark says Burnley, Wolves, and Leeds. PW says Burnley, Brentford. Sorry, Natalie Sawyer, who's a good friend of the show, was on a few weeks ago. And West Ham. I tell you, West Ham have been dodging a bullet. Yeah. West Ham just seems soulless. That stadium, right?
Yeah, it's too big. It's too big. I think. You know what? I think since Graham Potter's gone in, he hasn't really done anything that I can look at him and go, oh yeah, he's going to turn around. He's going to get him a top half finish. But I think with the players they've got like Bowen, he will just win them the games they need to win. You know what I mean? He will score them goals that they need. Like, for example, they've got Sunderland away the first game of the season. You wouldn't be surprised if they draw that, get battered, but they still come away with a point because Bowen scores from nowhere. Like, he's one of them players who he could just change a game like that. He'd be invisible for the whole game, and in the last 10 minutes he would just score. He's got that in him. He's got that attributes in him. He's just a good player, Bowen. I would take him at City any day. I think he's unbelievable. I really like him.
You know, you mentioned Sunderland. They signed Xhaka, you know. Yeah. That's a good signing. But I agree with you about the AFCON side of things, as do a couple of the listeners. I'm going to go for rock bottom Burnley.
Okay.
Totally agree with you on that one. I thought Wolves as well. I think Wolves are in a bit of trouble. Don't fancy them much. And I don't know. I think Sunderland might scrape by.
Do you?
I fear for teams like, I think Everton are going to be really good this year. I don't think they're going to find them. Since David Moyes has gone in, you mentioned Potter and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't had the same effect that Moyes had at Everton at all, has he?
Yeah.
And your boy Jack Grealish is there now.
Yeah, he is.
How do you feel about that?
I'm gutted. I wanted him to stay, personally. I wanted him to stay because I think he's good for the dressing room. I think he's a good player. I just don't think he played enough. I don't think he contributed as much as he wanted to. But sometimes, like, I think that comes though, and I think what City fans are frustrated with is that we've given him so much time and he hasn't really produced. I think his only real season where he ripped it up and showed us what type of player he is was the treble-winning season. Obviously, the season when we won the Prem, the Champions League, and the FA Cup. I think he was pivotal in that for us. I think since then, it hasn't really worked out for him at City, but I do really like him though. I love him as a person, love him as a player. But I think Everton is the right move for him though. I think it's a good club, good fan base, new stadium to play in. I think he'll start pretty much every game if fit. So I expect him to do really well. I actually expect him to do well there and come back next season and start for City. Fingers crossed, though. Fingers are crossed for that to happen.
I think he'll shine there if he can stay out of partying too much. I think there's two players I'm rooting for, and some Arsenal fans may not want to hear this, but I really hope Rashford does well. Because I want the haters to just keep their mouths shut. Certain players have been picked on in the media, and I don't like that at all. And Jack Grealish was a real fun player to watch, whether you supported Villa. Maybe when he was more at Villa than Man City, that's for sure. My third team to go down. So I've got Burnley, I've got Wolves, and I'm going to pick Leeds. Daniel Farkar.
Wow.
I mean, he's not really got a good record in the Premier League, has he, Kyle?
He hasn't.
Let's be honest.
He hasn't, but in my head, how I think it'll pan out is I think he'll get sacked early and they'll get someone new in.
Like Ange Postecoglou.
Yes. And I think, imagine Ange's playing style in Ellen Road, how compact it is.
Exactly. Instead of finishing 17th, he'll finish 20th.
But he always wins stuff in his second season. So they'll win the championship or the playoffs.
Oh, God, I have a horrible feeling Spurs are going to win the Super Cup because PSG is so knackered. Or is it just the fear talking, Kyle?
I think that's more fair. I think PSG, come on, you can't write them off, can you?
I mean, Chelsea beat them, but Chelsea are a much better team than Tottenham. I don't know. They've played a lot of football. They really have. They look knackered in that World Club Cup final.
But don't you think it's because they're in the States and it was like 30 degrees, wasn't it, when they were playing?
I mean, it's hot in Europe. It's hot in Europe, Kyle, right now.
True. It's very, very true. Actually, I think if Spurs win tonight, 90 minutes, and they'll sit back and they'll score early, I think it will be like the Europa League final. If Spurs were to win tonight, that's how it'll go.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are our relegation teams. All right. So let's do Arsene Wenger Trophy top 4. Who finishes 4th?
4th, I have got.
I'm not bothered about 5, 6, 7, you guys. I'm doing bottom 3, top 4, the domestic cups, and then we're going to do the Champions League and the Europa League. Who knows who's in it? So we'll just, we won't pick that one. But who's going to finish 4th? Come on, squaddies.
4th. I'm sorry to say it, but I do think Arsenal come 4th.
Why did we invite you back, even? We let you get away with it last season. And here you are on your return, your first show, and you're giving it large, talking about Arsenal finishing 4th.
I don't see where you don't look any better than how you did last season. I think you look worse.
Did you watch the Athletic Bilbao game, though?
And I watched the Villarreal game.
That was bad.
The Villarreal game was bad. And the Atletico Bilbao, obviously, is a game after. But
how good have you guys looked in pre-season? Does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter, no. But I think our signings and the way we play, we're always going to be up there, regardless, because of our manager. I think Arteta looks lost. He's run out of ideas. Exactly. Ryan Arsenal, sack himself.
He's talking about you, not Arteta.
Oh, right. I was hoping with Arteta. Go on, Ryan. You know
it. Exactly. Ever since you did, what's he playing at? I mean, what is going on here? No, I hear what you're saying. The whole point is, do you rate the Gyökeres signing? Do you rate Gyökeres?
But I look at Gyökeres and think to myself, does he suit Arsenal? Does he suit the way you're going to play?
So this has been the big thing. And by the way, Kyle cut out for a second, but he did say Gyökeres is a baller, right? That's the question mark that a lot of Arsenal fans have this season is, You can bring in Gyökeres, you can bring in, Madueke, you can bring in whoever. If you're going to play conservative football, possession obsession, are you setting the team up to fail, succeed? I think in the Bilbao game, we saw a little bit more of the team that will be playing against Manchester United.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to waste the opportunity of having a number 9 like Gyökeres. It would be madness. It would be absolute madness, Kyle, if he did that. But I respect your decision. I left the yellow card in my other office, but yes, officially, we can't give him a yellow card for his opinion.
Yeah.
Now, can't do that. I got to play it fair. I mean, I'm not Dermot. What's his name? What's that? What's that referee's name that we all hate?
Oh,
Dermot. Anyway, any referee. I'm not going to do that to you. All right, so let's pick out some of what the squaddies have chosen. So, fourth, we've got Manchester City. Richard said second is our new flex. PW says Chelsea. Trev has got Chelsea fourth, City third, Liverpool second, and Arsenal first. We're not quite there yet. Jean. Renee has Chelsea in fourth. Paul has City. Lone Star has Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, City in that order. Big Caesar has Arsenal in fourth. Must be one of yours. Terence has City. Mark has Arsenal. Tammy has Manchester United in fourth.
wow.
Wow. Our chief like officer, Tammy Steels, saying Man United in fourth. That's a huge call, Tammy.
Did not
Massive.
expect that. Did not expect that.
Not at this stage. Paul says Liverpool fourth. Dear God. Wow. Imran says Liverpool. Arsenal fourth. Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, I agree, Imran.
All right. Well, my team in fourth. I'm really torn between Liverpool and Chelsea. I have a theory about Liverpool. I just explained it on Tom's show. I think grief is a tough journey, as we know, Kyle.
Yeah.
And it hits you at different moments. And that's either going to galvanize this Liverpool team or it's going to hit them at moments when they don't even realize.
Yeah,
and they've also lost some attacking players, important players. They've bought new players who haven't performed in the league before. I'm sure they'll be just fine. If they get Gay, it's tough to make these predictions before the window closes. Because if they end up with ISAK and Gay, I'll be like, well, my prediction looks bloody stupid right now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Chelsea in fourth.
Ooh. I know you wanted to say Liverpool. You wanted to say Liverpool, didn't you?
I think it's really tough to defend the title. Not everyone is Pep Guardiola, right?
Yeah.
We even saw Klopp, as good as they were, back-to-back titles aren't easy. And
no, they're not.
Not many managers have done them in this modern Premier League. So I'm going to pick Chelsea. Who got in third?
Third, I have got Chelsea. I've got Chelsea in third.
I think they're going to be good this season.
I think from the Club World Cup, I do think, though, that they may have gone all out for the Club World Cup. I don't really think it was something that they necessarily needed to win. I think it was more that just for the money side of it, they won it. But I do like the signings, though, they've made. I do like the signings. I like Bino Gittins from Dortmund. I think that's a good signing. I like João Pedro. I think that's a really good signing.
That Brazilian kid looks really good, Kyle.
He looks really good as well. I forgot his name. It'll come to me, but he's a really
Begins
good
with E. I just was on top. Anyway, him.
Yeah, Liam Delap. Liam Delap as a backup striker. It's like he got double figures in the Premier League last season for Ipswich, and he's your backup striker.
And then midfield really pulled it together, didn't they? Towards the end of last, in the final, the stretch of the season, that final third of the season, I thought that their midfield really pulled it together. And Maresca now has got his feet under the table. They've won the European Conference. They've won the Club World Cup. This is what I was saying on Tom's show. Our players have been competitive, but they don't know what it's like to win together. They haven't tasted it.
Yeah.
So,
No,
you
I
know,
agree.
Chelsea now could create an addiction to winning.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Which I picked them to win the FA Cup. They know what it feels like. So those young players are going to be like, if it feels this good, how good does it feel to win the Premier League? So
Exactly.
yeah. In third, I'm going to go for Manchester City.
Really?
I really want to pick you to win the title because I actually think that. But now you picked Arsenal to finish
No
fourth.
way. No
I
way.
can't do it. I can't do it. Mohammed says Man City. PW says Chelsea. Terence says Man City. Tammy Steele says Manchester City. Ryan says Manchester City. I'm not alone. My squaddies got my back.
Can I ask a question to the squaddies? Why
Go on.
do you think Man City will come third? Like,
I'll
what
let them
reason
answer.
have you got?
Okay. So you heard the man. Why do you think Manchester City will finish third? Let's hear it from you right now.
Because I generally can't see any reason why we finish third.
Logical nonsense isn't being logical because Jack Grealish hardly played last season. No right back. There's a good one.
Yeah. Okay.
Fair, right?
Yeah.
Trev says no, not enough improvement to. I think he means first team. Dean says he doesn't see Manchester City finishing top 4. Wow. Losing Rodri again. Beginning of the season is going to hurt you. He might not be playing when you play us, by the way. Don't know. It's possible. And Terence says they lost their potency and Pep wants out. John says no, KDB. Are you happy you asked them? Ryan says because we're better.
Yeah, okay.
All says Man City have been rebuilding since the winter window and tactics are changing. Imran says City's defense is light. Big Caesar says City of burnout. They've been so successful and their hunger has gone. What do you think? I think some really good answers there. There's more.
Look, I
Just
agree
keep putting them up.
opinion. City dragging out the 115 appeal after appeal will carry on to. Yeah.
Then there's Harvey, who talked. I mean, look, the chairman of the Premier League was asked about it on Sky today, and he was non-committal. He talked about being patient, and I'm like, how patient do people have to be? Even your own fans, they just want they want it resolved. Rodri missing in midfield is inexperience. Yeah.
I think it's hard. City like a team. It's like a cook who.
You asked.
You know what? Look, I agree with everyone's opinion. I do agree with everyone's opinion, and I do respect people's opinion as well. I just think that defensively, we've got Aït-Nouri, so a fresh left back who's obviously is a good Premier League left back, as we know. We've got Guardiola. We've got Ruben Diaz. I do think Ruben Diaz is a bit shaky. He's a bit. But right back, we are weak. But I do like Mateus Nunes. Is he strong enough against the teams like the Arsenals, the Liverpools, the Chelseas? He's not strong enough, no. But there's still time to get a right back in. Goalkeeper-wise, Donnarumma.
You just bought James Trafford.
Yeah, but he's more for the future, I think.
You reckon?
I think he's more for the future. But look, if he makes the spot his own, then fair enough. I've got respect for that. But I do think if we sign Donnarumma, he's coming in to start Donnarumma. He's not coming to not play, is he? He's just won the Champions League. And Donnarumma is a very good keeper. With his feet, he's not great, but shot stopping, come on. He's the best in the league.
You guys got rid of Joe Hart because he wasn't good with his feet, and you're going to go buy Donnarumma, who really is horrible playing the ball out the back. What's that about?
Pep's tactics are evolving now. He's seen how PSG won the Champions League. Donnarumma's shot stopping, I think, was pivotal to that.
I agree.
And in the final, we didn't save a lot of shots because they battered him. But in previous games, like against Arsenal, for example, when Odegaard shot when it went through the bodies, and he saved it last minute, clipped it around the post. Stuff like that. Keepers like that can win you games, can change games for you. Chekri as well. Reinders from AC Milan.
Reinders is a good buy.
I'm saying. I think people like to forget who City have got. And we've got a new assistant manager as well, Pep Linders from Liverpool, Klopp's old assistant. I think City are going to be fine. I think we're going to definitely win something this season, 100%.
When you kind of talk about it out loud, it's a little bit scary. But I agree with Big Caesar here. City have also lost their invincibility aura. Teams can get at them now because their defense is poor. It's interesting you mentioned Pep looking at how PSG won the Champions League. As we know, it's a little bit different in the Premier League. And that fearless factor did totally disappear last season. Teams were thriving. Do you remember how teams used to just shit bricks before they would play Man City? And last season, it was like, right then, let's go.
Yeah,
it's very much like that.
It's excitement because if you've got a quick attack, you can hurt us. It's that simple. If you come to the Etihad, you can just sit back and you can counter attack, and you know for a fact you're going to get chances because we're so high, our line's so high, we're so slow at the back. You can just hurt us. I do think with a big 6'7", 6'6" giant in Donnarumma in goal, I do think he will save us on numerous occasions if we get him.
And I think he'll be susceptible to making mistakes because we've seen that at PSG as well. Right.
Yeah, that is true.
Okay, so fourth, Kyle has Arsenal. I have Chelsea. Third, Kyle has...
Third was Chelsea.
Chelsea. And I have Manchester City. Who will be the bridesmaid for you of the Premier League next season? Silver goes to
Liverpool.
It's a shocker.
Liverpool, yes. Obviously, I'm going to be biased. Obviously, I'm going to say City. I'm going to say City to win it, aren't I? Realistically. But I do think Liverpool will come second. Only because, as you said it, grieving can hit you at different times, different parts of the season. And I think if they maybe go on a bit of a rust patch, they start losing games, like thoughts are a big thing and you can get in your own head. And you start thinking about, oh, am I letting people down? Am I letting the fans down? Am I letting, obviously, the person who sadly passed away down? Stuff like that. It can all get in your head and it can either motivate you or it can make you struggle even more. Obviously, I hope it doesn't make them struggle even more. I hope it motivates them because obviously it's never nice to obviously grieve about someone and obviously struggle about it. But obviously everyone's different, aren't they? Every single player is different in football. So I'm not saying that's the reason they come second. I think they'll have a bit of a hangover from last season. As you saw towards the end of last season, they were tired. They were starting to lose games. If you see them against Brighton away, then they got beat 2-1. They did look leggy. They looked tired. If you saw them in the Community Shield, I don't think they're particularly great. I think Salah looked tired. Salah looked slow. But I'm saying this now, but Salah will probably score 25 goals next season. But Van Dijk looks slow, lethargic. But again, he's just dominant in Van Dijk. So,
I think he needs someone. I think you and I, if we're having this conversation after the transfer window closes and they've gotten Gay and ISAK, the conversation could be a lot different.
I mean, yeah. If they get ISAK, then I'll probably have to twist it and say they'll win the league because it's guaranteed goals, isn't it? It's guaranteed 20 plus goals in ISAK. Let's face it, it is. Unless he gets injured, which he has got injury prone. He is quite injury prone, as we know. So it's a gamble, I think, ISAK, because 150 mil for a player who's injured quite a bit.
It's huge. I mean, Ekatike, he looks really solid.
He looks really good.
Yeah. So they do have that backup.
But he's not Trent proven, same as Wirtz. You don't know how they're going to do. If you look at Werner, I know Werner's like, people laugh at Werner now because of how poor he's been in the Premier League. But before he came to the Prem, everyone thought to themselves, oh, he's going to score 25 plus goals, 20 goals. When he came to the Prem, he didn't do anything. Well, he obviously scored on some occasions, but he didn't live up to the expectations that people thought he would. So I think you've actually got to see how they do in the first 5, 6, 7 games. Then you can actually make a judgment. on the new signings at Liverpool, on the Etikite, on the words, on the Frimpong as well, because they're all from the Bundesliga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. And, you know, I think too, those players will bring a freshness, you know, when we talk about kind of what a difficult period it's been for the players who've been there and the players who knew Jota. I think these new players coming in will give them a lease of life. You know, that's the positive side of it, I think, Kyle, as well. And there's no doubt they're going to be a good team. Defending a title is tough, as I said. Arne Slot will be found out a little bit more. He was new to the league. Not that he did anything kind of crazy, innovative or different, but
yeah,
he did make some fine tweaks to the machine. And, you know, and I think it was a down year. I don't want to take credit away from Liverpool for winning the title last season. They were by far the best team. They won all the games. The table doesn't lie. There were teams, we had serious injuries. You had lost Rodri. You lost your way. Coming off a treble winning season a couple of years ago. A lot of football played. Those legs were spent, you know, an evolving side, getting older, KDB, you know, Bernardo Silva, Kyle Walker, a lot of, you know, even Edison wasn't, you know, him. Man United have been crap for a long time now. Chelsea were in an evolutionary period. Villa couldn't sustain the fight. They're just not that deep, you know?
Yeah.
So I think this season is going to be really competitive.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Especially with the World Cup. Is it next summer? The World Cup's next summer.
Yep,
I think you're going to see a lot of players performing because they're going to want to get in that squad, in that England squad, France squad, Germany squad, Spain squad, Italy squad. If Italy getting it, that's it. But like, they're all going to want to get in the squads and compete because who doesn't want to play in the World Cup?
It's going to be great. It's here too. Can't wait for it.
Yeah.
I'm all over that. Kyle.
I bet you can't.
Yeah. Okay. So you've picked Manchester City to be champions.
Yes.
You have picked Liverpool to come in second, Chelsea to come in third, and Arsenal to finish fourth. So I'm going to pick Liverpool to finish second and Arsenal to finish first. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. For this has to be it, Kyle. Listen.
Okay.
We've finally got a number 9, right?
Yep. You have.
All I've heard in the 2 seasons that we didn't win, we don't have a striker. We've missed chances. All right. Well, now you've got your Rottweiler, Mikel Arteta, and you've improved the squad. Zubimendi is a baller. You're a footballer. Tell me that guy isn't a baller.
Yeah, no, he's a very good player. Very good. Like, technically, he's very good. He's going
to be exquisite. And I think a lot of fans have poo-pooed it, but signing a player like Norgard's going to come in really handy this season, Kyle.
Yeah, squad depth. Very good for
squad depth. Right? Madueke. Do you rate Madueke? Look at that face.
Really. But I can see why you signed him.
Why am I delusional?
It's squad depth. It's squad depth, isn't it? With Madueke. He's young as well. Why not? It's like City signing Rodrigo. I know.
Do you think you'll sign Rodrigo?
Yeah, I think we get Donnarumma and Rodrigo. I think we get both.
See, I don't like doing this before the window closes because it's ridiculous. It's kind of like, you know, it's poker. We're playing poker right now.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Big Caesar's calling me delusional. Why? Because I think Arsenal at this point today, with all the criteria I've said, Big Caesar, Liverpool's challenges, Manchester City, Chelsea's the actual one I fear the most, and I put them in fourth just because I couldn't bring myself to put them any higher up. I need to do this with my head and not my heart. It's the same thing I do when I pick the Oscar winners every year, Kyle. I pick with my heart and not my head. And here I'm doing it again in the predictions. But why not? This is Arteta. This is it. He's got to deliver.
He has got to. Will he? Do you think he will? Like my question to the squaddies. I've got a question to the squaddies just quickly.
Let's do it.
If Arteta doesn't win the FA Cup, he doesn't win the Premier League, and he doesn't win the Champions League, I don't think the League Cup is a big enough cup for Arsenal to win, personally. Do you want him gone? Is it time for Arteta to go and move on?
Okay. You heard the man. If he doesn't win the Premier League or the Champions League, is it time for Mikel Arteta to be retired as Arsenal manager? Let him know. Let's see. Jay says, because Arteta's too inexperienced, I think Rod will want... What? Will want to... I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Matty K says, Kyle, give Arsenal some positivity or else. Mark likes Norgard too. John says Baduaki is mainly cover for Saka, but he can play left. I think he's going to be playing on the left personally, and he will cover for Saka. Newman says, I never learn. This is probably true. Big Caesar says, yes, I think he's reinforcing that I'm delusional. He has 2 years unless it's a car crash. The Cronkies won't fire him if we competed until the end. Toby says it's time to go. Lone Star says no. Trev says no. Ryan says, how many points behind do we have to be? Harvey says no comment. Chief Like Officer says yes. Big Caesar says yes. Jay says no, he should stay. Kepa will be number 1 by the end of the season. We didn't ask that question, Mark. Stephen says no. Joseph says yeah. Let's see. Logical nonsense. Depends on how he does in the league and UCL. Arteta doesn't do ultimatums, says Lone Star. Yes, and Xavi in. Do a poll, Soph. Okay. We are doing one now, just like a manual one. I mean, yeah, if he finishes 5th and he doesn't win anything, you know?
I mean, like, surely... Thank you, Del.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
totally.
Yeah.
Spitting image.
I think I don't know. I just think Arsenal are a big club, right? Winning trophies. So if a manager's not going to win you anything, how long's he been there? 3-4 years now? 5 years?
What? This is 6 years.
6.
Just think. Do you remember
6.
COVID? Do you remember COVID?
I do remember COVID when he got beat 1-0 by Burnley at home. I do remember that. Yeah. Surely it's time. Like, what's he won? 1 FA Cup.
1 FA Cup in his first 6 months when he first took in his first. He took over in December and he won the FA Cup in the May.
Okay, but is that enough though? Realistically, squaddies.
No, those love coupons, mate. Those love coupons have totally run out for me.
It's not enough. He has to win something this season, because if he doesn't, surely you've got to look elsewhere.
Oh, Dean is throwing it back at you. Here's one for you, Kyle. If Pep wins nothing this season, should he go? He's being facetious a little bit, I think. Come on now. Pep's won everything.
No, he can't go.
But if he doesn't...
I think if he doesn't, I do think he probably will. I think he will walk. I think he will go.
We'll send you Arteta.
That's the thing. I reckon we'll get company. I reckon if Pep goes, we'll get company.
Ooh, and then Arteta will go to Bayern Munich.
Yeah. Ooh,
and then we'll get Luis Enrique.
Ooh, yeah. It's like a domino effect, that, isn't it?
That's a whole other show.
Yeah.
That's a whole other show.
It is, isn't it?
Okay, so I've got another show on Friday. I may change my mind about my top 4. If I do, I'll WhatsApp you, Kyle. I will. Right, who's going to win the Champions League? Big Ben's chiming in the background. It means that football's about to start. So we're going to get them out on who we think is going to win the Champions League.
Champions League. I'm going to go with... They didn't win it last season. This season's their season. I'm going to go Barcelona.
That's a good shout. Really, they should have been that final. They should have been
It should have been PSG, Barcelona.
But that game against Inter Milan was unbelievable.
They threw it away, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
They chucked it. Absolutely chucked it.
They did. And I mean,
Starboy as well.
Are you a Lamine Yamal fan?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Ice cold he is.
He's very, very cold. PSG are ice cold as well. They were ice cold in that tournament.
Yeah.
I mean,
I can see PSG underachieving in the Champions League. I think they'll be tired. I think they'll win tonight, but I can't see them winning it.
John Drury's picking Arsenal to win. Barca has a weak defense. Mark says Real Madrid, FFS. Barca or Bayern, says Imran. Yes, remind them, Chief Like Officer. Absolutely. Is this your Christmas wish list, Sophie? God, I'm getting killed here. Jean-Rene says Barca. Paul says Arsenal. Simi says Real Madrid. Lone Star says Arsenal. Big Caesar says PSG or Barca. Ryan says Barca. Hannah says PSG. Trev says Real Madrid to win. You listen. Xavi Alonso. I'm telling you, they've got some problems over there.
I can't see it personally. I think their squad, it's like the Galacticos, isn't it, really? Like, it's got Trent, Mbappe, Bellingham, Vinny. If Rodrigo's still there, Rodrigo as well, but
I thought 5 minutes ago you were signing Rodrigo and giving it the big one to the listeners.
We are. If he somehow doesn't go or is not allowed to go, then him as well. But I don't know. I don't think they look great under Alonso. I think they've got attitude. I think they've got too much attitude in that Real Madrid side to win the Champions League. I think you've got to have some humbleness about it. I think you've got to have that, okay, let's accept we're not the best team in this competition, but we're going to work harder than everyone else to win the game. I don't think they've got that in them. You saw against Arsenal last season. Arsenal worked harder than Real Madrid.
We battered them.
You battered them.
I want that Arsenal back. That's the Arsenal I want. I want the Arsenal. I don't know which was my favourite result. The 5 goals against Real Madrid or the 5 goals against Manchester City last season. I just can't put my finger on which game I loved the most. Crickets.
I love the Real Madrid game more. I love that game more, personally. That was one of the worst games. I think that was one of the worst nights of my life when we got beat by 5. Especially when Lewis Skelly did the meditation celebration. That really
cool was that?
That wound me up. Really, really wound me up.
How cool was that, though? Seriously.
I mean, he's brave. Very brave to do it. I mean, fair play to him.
Did you notice I did not message you?
You didn't. You did not.
Respect.
I'm thankful for that. Because I was expecting a lot of messages after that game. I went to hiding for about a week after that game.
I tried to get you on the show, but you were very focused on your football and you had a lot more other things going on. But that was, honestly, I just was waiting for this moment to just mention it because it was glorious. It was a battering. I mean, we battered you. We finally knew how it felt like to be on the other side of that battering. It was glorious.
The thing is, when Haaland scored to make it 1-1, I was like, here we go. I was like, yes. It's gonna go exactly how it did the treble winning season where we won 3-1. And out of nowhere, we started giving away the ball in stupid areas. I'm like, no, what's happening? And out of nowhere, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm like, oh no.
And then the 5th.
Yeah, I was like, oh, here we go.
It was so good. It was so good. And Omar, my respects to Kyle, not the plastic football team that you're talking about. Just didn't seem appropriate at the time. Let me just say that. I know who would have been on the phone to you.
Oh, yes. He would have been all over me. He would have been milking it as well. In the group chat, he would have been all over us.
He wouldn't have let you and Ty forget about that one.
He wouldn't. Oh, I would have knew about it. Trust me.
Oh, brilliant stuff. Well, listen, it is fantastic to have you back. We're going to be seeing you a lot more this season, aren't we?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. 100%. We're going to be doing a mixed zone show, and this is where we talk a little bit more than just Arsenal. We cover a little bit of everything, talk about football. And Kyle will be joining me whenever he can this season. It's so brilliant to have you back. I know many of you watching football out and about, and you'll be listening on replay. So let us know your top 4, bottom 3, cup winners and Europe as well in the YouTube comments. And the same to those listening on Apple and Spotify. We really appreciate you. You can follow Kyle on Instagram right here, Kyle Trey Campbell. Please give him a follow. He posts some fun stuff, and we wish you the very best for the season, Kyle. We hope it goes well for you as well. Any update on the Sheffield United score? Have you seen anything?
It kicks off at 8 o'clock, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, good. So we'll be able to watch both games. We'll have one on one screen and one on the other. Okay.
I think it's on Sky Football or Sky Main Event. It was one of the two. So, yeah, give it a watch if you can.
All right. Put the Sheffield United game guys on. We'll give more love to the other Campbell, and that's Tyrese playing for Sheffield United tonight in the Cup. You're getting a lot of love from the chat, and the squaddies have missed you. He'll be back soon. Squaddies, until Friday. Tune in after Liverpool versus Bournemouth for our first Freestyle Friday show. You're not going to want to miss it. See you then. Until then, at ease. And what's the message at the end, Kyle? Do you remember?
The message at the end. Oh, well, you know, I used to just wing it and just make up like loads of different ones. So I actually don't really know. I'll wing it again. I'll make it up.
Go on.
I hope everyone has a great end to the week and a great weekend. Stay hydrated because it is hot out there. As I know, I'm still sweating currently right now, but I've cooled down a bit. I hope everyone has a great first game week to the Premier League. I hope everyone's team are successful and play well, and I hope everyone enjoys himself. And whatever you're doing this weekend, stay safe. Keep your loved ones near, and always tell them that you love them.
There you go. Bosh. At ease, squaddies. Oh, it's started, isn't it?
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Please stand clear of the discussion doors. The next stop is Highbury Squad.
Vibes, and in 3, 2